Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
BookTube, welcome back. This is installment 6 of the Romance Challenge
Yes.
of the Cut and Run series versus the Immortal Guardian series.
Is it only 6? It feels like much.
You did have a half book.
Much more.
You did have a 0.5 that you read in this last interval. So
I feel like this whole quarantine has been just everything's blurring together, and this is no exception. It's going on forever, and there's no end in sight.
like
And
series of unfortunate events, kind of. No?
kind
Yeah.
of. I've
All
kind of like swung back to enjoying
okay.
those actually.
Good.
Anyways, yes, we are here to talk about. Aaron's going to talk about book 6 of Cut and Run.
Yes, Stars and Stripes.
And I'm going to talk about book 5.5 and 6, which is Phantom Embrace and Shadow Strike.
Yes.
Yes, by Diane Duvall.
Yes, and mine is still by Abigail Rue.
Yeah, I guess same authors. Okay, so I didn't take any notes for this. Not a single note.
I didn't either because I feel
Oh,
like...
I took a couple notes for the 0.5.
Oh, okay.
I left them across the room.
Uh-oh.
Okay, these are the notes. There's 2.
There we go.
Okay, yes, I do have notes. Okay, so I'm gonna start with 0.5 and then we'll get into book 6.
Okay, sounds good.
5.5. Phantom, oh my god. Everything is shadows and then this one is not. So,
No, Bastion's book
Darkness.
was Phantom something.
oh god.
Phantom Shadow.
Oh my god. Okay. I don't think it's a spoiler to say this is Yuri's story.
Uh-huh.
But other than like the ending, the whole rest of the story is just the same story as we just had in book 5. Like it's just
All the plot points and
all the
everything.
plot points are exactly the
Yeah.
same. So you're just seeing the exact same plot points through Yuri's eyes and meeting a new character, his love interest, which wasn't in book 5. So that's my first note is it's a whole lot of overlap without adding really anything new. It's adding one new character. But that's it. So that was fun. Revisiting book 5 because
You loved so
book
much.
5 wasn't long enough. My other note here is a question. Okay, so this is is this a spoiler? Like I don't
think it matters at this point.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this book is following a ghost character, or that's one of the main characters is a ghost. And I found it to be a little confusing because there wasn't a clear-cut explanation of what dream powers and ghost powers were, and they seemed to like mix the way that the ghost and the Immortal Guardian were able to like bang was they had to have dream sex. So that was like a middle ground for the ghost and the Immortal Guardian. But then like there were powers that were accessible in the dream. I don't know. It was very confusing because the character, the female character, goes and talks to that other guy and is like, you have to give me all the information about our ghost powers and then I will have the power to be able to do this thing. And it wasn't explained very well. So like it seemed very much like it's all just magic, so it'll happen. It's fine. Where I feel like no. Where I feel like the rest of them all stay in their lane with they've got their superpower or they've got their X-Men power or whatever, and everyone's got their own thing. Where this one felt very wishy-washy of like we don't really know what she can do. She can just do whatever dream ghost magic stuff she wants to.
Okay.
That's what it felt like to me.
All right. Yeah.
I didn't understand like why dreams and ghosts were this like on the same level. Like, you see what I mean?
I think that kind of makes sense to me, that ghosts could infiltrate your dreams, but you know,
Okay. I don't. Okay.
it made the story work, so I was able to accept that part of it. So it's because I love
that's
that
what
series
that's
so
what it
much,
felt like.
and,
Was it felt like, well, this is the only way we can feasibly get these two characters to be able to bang. So.
So they had to find something, and it's good that they did.
Okay, so that was book 5.5. And I didn't take any notes for book 6.
I didn't take any notes for book 6 either. One thing I do have to say that I guess I appreciated, but is not something I'd appreciate, you know, in the real world, is that Ty and Zane are always so paranoid about people finding out that they're gay because they think that there's going to be negative, people are going to feel, you know, think bad of them. But so far in the books, up to book 6, anyone that finds out is just like, yeah, whatever, that's cool, you know, or is super happy for him.
What about his Marine buddy?
His Marine buddy was
freaked
upset
out.
because he couldn't be with him.
No, not that Marine
that's
buddy.
why.
The other Marine buddy when they're in the bar and he freaks out and he like
It was the
storms
same
out.
one.
Nope.
It was the same guy.
That was Owen and Nick, two
That-
separate
Well,
people.
that wasn't made clear enough, obviously.
Okay.
So, Zane's mother, we get to meet Zane's family. Again, though, this is all just like to help assist Ty in him being the focus of the story. Because Zane never had a moment of like, he never had a championing moment. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked here. But his mother did not like that he was gay and that he was dating a man. And so there was finally someone in the story that was like, that they actually were, it legitimized their feelings of justified, yeah, their feelings of, you know, wanting to still hide the relationship.
Because otherwise it's just like, dude, come on. I was gonna say it's 2020, get with the times, but this is actually a
Right.
pretty old series. Like Ty has a flip
that's true.
phone, and like,
Well, the first one he did, like, but still, it's
yeah.
the technology's pretty old, or fairly old, you know. So there was that. There was another big cat. Just like, so like Heidi was saying, this is like feeling like just the same thing. It's just starting to blur into, I made the analogy of just this is a little girl playing with her dolls in her room and making the story up as she goes along.
and then there's a tiger.
It's not a cougar this time, it's a tiger this time. And Ty makes friends with it. And yeah, there was Zane's whole family, but they were just there to interact with Ty, pretty much, so that they could tell him how great he is and how wonderful it is that he came into their son's life
Isn't he
to
so
bring
great?
life to their son because he had no life of his own.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think once I noticed that, it just started making me so angry. Like any time that like something like that comes up again and again, it's like, oh, here we go again, you know.
Yeah.
So I did enjoy reading this one. It was enjoyable enough. It felt, I don't know. I guess just during the read through, it was fine. But it's just
I like book
it's
6.
just the same thing. Of there's Ty and Zane. There's maybe a bad guy over. Maybe they might be a bad guy. They might not be. At the end, you know, you'll find out. You know, within the
When you
last
read
few
it.
pages.
Because we're making it sound so great.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not. These aren't bad books. They're just.
Right. We're just nitpicking.
We're we're just obviously both very tired
Yeah.
of these at this point.
All right, so book 6 of The Immortal Guardians felt, like you said, like it's so repetitive. This was almost exactly like point for point the same romantic story as Etienne, was it?
Oh, that's probably why it's my second favorite.
Like even to the point of like at the end the parents are introduced and there's that whole drama. Oh no, there's another uprising. Like there's already been 2 or 3 of them so far in the 6-book series. So it's happening every other book.
Well, no, the humans actually produced the vampire army this time. So that was
Was it still a
big-
vampire army that uprose?
Well, it
That's
was a
what it was.
vampire army controlled by the evil humans though this time, not by just natural vampires or by Bastion.
I don't like it. I don't like it. It's being so... There were no cats in this one.
Hey, there you go. There you go. That's right.
There was a lot of Christianity in this one, though.
Was there?
There was. There was very much talk about apocalypse, about biblical times, about biblical prophecy, about when people who are really old are, you know, when it is trying to get across how old they are, it's always reference of like they were old enough to experience biblical times or something, or like witness biblical times. Like everything comes back to like, it's just so rough. It is irksome enough that the author like ties back the diet stuff to biblical reasons. Like
Does it make you feel like this is like a romance your mother would write?
kind of. I mean, my mother would write one way more preachy. Way more preachy. Like I don't think so far in this series, I don't think any characters have actually like prayed or gone to religious service or anything. They haven't gone that far down the religion rabbit hole yet. But there's just so much talk about.
Yeah, that it was real.
Oh,
That's what I'm trying to say,
obviously
right?
it's real, and it's continuing to be real, and yeah. I mean, they're angels, so it's like...
They've never referred to themselves
They
as
did-
angels. But
They did, not themselves. The Immortal Guardians were referring to them as angels in this one.
so that's where we are.
So we're halfway through this,
Well, I'm halfway through. You have 3 more.
if I don't
If-
do the 3 prequels.
2 prequels.
2 prequels.
Yeah. So I have...
Because I did the 0.5 already.
Right. Okay.
So, anyways, we were talking, and this whole time it's been we're gonna keep going until someone cries uncle and gives in and admits defeat.
But we've decided to call a truce for
Yes,
now.
a truce.
Okay.
I think that is good. We've entered into negotiations
Yes. There's an armistice in place right now.
to lay down our weapons. And we have mutually agreed that this can't get any better. Like, we've made it this far. Like, nobody's going to be swayed over to the other one's series. So, we are going to end this challenge here. Yes?
Yes.
And we have decided that we really like this style of video, this discussion, this sort of challenge. But we've decided to kind of go in a different direction. We're just gonna be done with these 2 series for now.
Yeah. And we're going to actually read a series at the same time. So read a series together.
Right.
Yes.
So we chose a trilogy that I've already read the first book so far. But it has been a few years, so I'm looking forward to rereading it. And since we have had a straight romance series and a male-male romance series, we are going to take on a female-female series, and we're very excited about that. I think we should save the announcement.
Yes,
So
for
we're not
its own
going
video.
to. Yeah. So we're not going to announce that here, but those are some spoilers.
Yes. And then I guess if you guys have any ideas of any series that we should read together that you think we will mutually love or hate, please leave those down in the comments and let us know, and we'll consider that as we go on. I think
Absolutely.
we're going to continue doing this kind of.
It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun, definitely, to even just to bitch about.
I think that's the most fun. It's I have more fun complaining about things than praising things.
There you go. All right.
So
All right. Well, let us know anything in the comments if you like, really.
absolutely.